After plenty of attention was brought to Luka Doncic's fitness level following his shocking February trade to the Los Angeles Lakers, the five-time All-Star has been putting together another surprise this offseason. After reports of an improved physique surfaced earlier this summer, a profile in Men's Health magazine confirmed the extent to which Doncic has gone to develop a slimmed-down look as he prepares for his first full season in Los Angeles. Doncic, 26, has generally been listed at 6 foot 6 inch, 1.98 meters, and 230 pounds, 104 kilograms, although opinions on the weight have varied. It did not prohibit him from scoring 28.2 points with 8.2 rebounds and 7.7 assists last season. But reports indicated this past winter that the Dallas Mavericks had become exasperated with Doncic's lack of fitness, which might have contributed to a calf injury that the star guard had been rehabbing for a month before the trade that shocked the National Basketball Association (NBA). Ankle, calf, knee, and back injuries have slowed Doncic at certain times in his career, although he still managed to play at least 61 games in a season until he was reduced to 50 last year, combining the Mavericks and Lakers games. Now, Doncic is visibly slimmer after an improved diet combined with a fitness program. He has been avoiding gluten and keeping sugar to a minimum, while loading up on protein to help him get through multiple workouts a day that include lifting weights, along with on-court drills. Obviously, be the best that I can be, take care of myself, Doncic told Men's Health. This year, with my team, I think we did a huge step. But this is just the start, you know. I need to keep going. Can't stop. While fellow NBA superstar LeBron James exercised a contract option to return to the Lakers in 2025-26, the team also added center DeAndre Ayton, guard Marcus Smart, and forward Jake LaRavia. The profile did not mention Doncic's current weight, but photographs showed off his slim look with greater muscle definition in his arms. His workouts kept him away from basketball at first, then had him return to the court in June. He will play for Slovenia in Eurobasket in August. So, every summer, I try my best to work on different things, he said. Obviously, I'm very competitive. This summer was just a little bit different, you know. It kind of motivated me to be even better. For any NBA team looking for a young center to add some front-court help, one just hit the open market. After signing a 2-year contract at the end of the 2024-25 season, the Toronto Raptors have waived Colin Castleton, a 25-year-old center. The Toronto Raptors announced Monday they have waived center Colin Castleton, the team announced. In 26 games, for starts, with Memphis, Philadelphia, and Toronto last season, Castleton averaged 4.7 points, 4.7 rebounds, 1.1 assists, and 16.6 minutes. He signed consecutive 10-day contracts with the Raptors in March before signing a standard NBA contract April 13th, the final day of the regular season. Castleton went undrafted in the 2023 NBA draft, but was picked up by the Los Angeles Lakers. Through 16 appearances with the Lakers in his rookie year, Castleton averaged 1.5 points and 0.8 rebounds in just 3.7 minutes per game, but had a more productive sophomore campaign. To start the 2024-25 season, the Memphis Grizzlies signed Castleton to a 2-way contract before waiving him, and he went on to earn a handful of 10-day deals with the Toronto Raptors and Philadelphia 76ers. Castleton shined in just an 11-game stint with the Raptors last season, averaging 7.2 points and 6.9 rebounds per game in 2 10-day contract opportunities. Now, the 6'11" big man hits the open market and could certainly earn a 2-way spot elsewhere, or revert to the G League, where he stood out last season. However, an underwhelming 2025 Summer League with Toronto may turn some teams away. The Los Angeles Lakers set their sights on DeAndre Ayton entering free agency after he and his former team, the Trail Blazers, agreed to a buyout. LA went from needing a starting center to giving a former number 1 overall pick what could be his final prove-it opportunity in the NBA. If things go south, the Lakers could pursue another center who may become available before the February deadline. Have you ever heard of Nikola?
Of course you have.
Everyone knows Nikola Vucevic. The center plays for the Bulls, as he has for the past 4.5 seasons. The trade deadline is still far, far away, but it's never too early for trade speculation. NBA insider Jake Fisher recently said that there hasn't been much of a market for Vucevic since this past year's deadline. He said that entering the 2025-26 season, he thinks it's likelier that the 34-year-old, who will turn 35 in October, will be bought out versus traded. If the Bulls did buy him out, the Lakers could be all over that, as he'd be a solid backup or replacement for Ayton. However, another NBA insider, Mark Stein, isn't convinced that Vucevic won't have a trade market between now and February's deadline. He said so on the CHGO Bulls podcast. "I'm not buying the notion that there is no market for Vuce." At the Stein line believes Bulls center Nikola Vucevic could still be a trade candidate before next season's deadline. Will Nikola Vucevic be a Lakers trade target before February deadline? It's too soon to know how the first half of the season will play out for LA. The first few weeks will be interesting for Ayton, who burned bridges in Portland because of his poor effort and bad attitude. If that version of Ayton shows up in LA, it will get ugly fast. The Lakers aren't in championship or bust mode with LeBron, thanks to Luka, but that doesn't mean they won't be looking for a center upgrade come deadline time. Vucevic would be a short-term fix, as he's on an expiring contract, making $21.8 million next season. He aligns with LA's plan to maintain future financial flexibility. Vucevic isn't a top name on the trade market, clearly, but he could change that by having a solid first half of the season, which would increase interest from teams that need a center. One of those teams could be the Lakers. Not only will things depend on how Ayton is playing, but also on how LA is faring in the conference standings. We're still months away from knowing what kind of team the Lakers will be.